Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the RC Sailors. We're at our clubhouse at the airfield. We're trying to stay warm long enough to show you this drone that we have. We have seen this out on the market for a while. It's definitely not new, but it caught my interest because we haven't featured any decent GPS drones on our channel for a while. We've been doing a lot of small, indoor, cheap, toy grade type things. So we found this. It's called the RC136FGS. A little bit of a mouthful in the name, so we'll have a link in the description box below. Make it easy for you guys to find it. I want to show you everything that comes in the box. We'll talk about it a little bit, and then at the end of this video, we're going to go fly it and test it. It's a little bit windy today. It's super cold, so if it does well today, then it should do well pretty much anywhere. Inside the one box are two smaller boxes. Plastic sleeves pull out, and the drone is in here, and all the other good stuff's in the other one. Yours, unfortunately, isn't going to come with one of these awesome RC Sailor stickers, but doesn't it look so good on there? So I thought we would add one. Here's the drone itself. Now, it's a pretty good looking little drone. I like it. It reminds me a little bit of the Zero Explorer because of the black and the green. It is a brushless drone. The motors are brushless. That's very nice. It's going to hold up a little longer, be a little quieter, and just all overall better motors. We do have a camera on the bottom, and believe it or not, through the transmitter you can tilt the camera up and down. I think that's the highest the tilt goes though, so that'll be interesting. I do wish it could go up a bit more.
So the only thing this is missing is a gimbal?
Yeah, there's no actual gimbal on here. It's just the tilt control, vertical up and down. You'll notice we added our own micro SD card in here. This is a 32 gig class 10 card. You'll have to provide your own. I believe this drone should be able to save the footage directly to the drone, and the transmitter has a slot on it as well that we're going to test out. I think you can save your FPV footage as well. The battery that's included, unfortunately, is very much proprietary. It's a 2-cell, 7.4 volt LiPo battery, and I believe it's a 1500 milliamp. Yes, that's right there. So replacement batteries are going to be a little bit harder to find because of that. And there's our power button for the drone when it's all plugged in. Here's the rest of the good stuff. All kinds of things in here to show you, but the main thing is the transmitter. This comes with its own giant 5-inch monitor that you can tilt up and down and has that sunscreen already on there, sunshade. I like that a lot. This is a 5.8 gigahertz model, so you don't have to pop your phone in there and use Wi-Fi FPV. It's very nice that it has 5.8 gigahertz. I love that a lot. That's going to be right here is the antenna for that, and here's your 2.4 gigahertz for the drone itself. They boast a 300 meter range on the FPV and a 700 to 900 meter range on the drone itself. So keep that in mind when you're flying, but always fly in line of sight. That's very important. This is a GPS drone as well. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet or not. It does have altitude hold. It holds in place with satellites, GPS. And then we have a few different things like we do have the camera up and down. We should have a point of interest mode and a follow me mode. So we got a lot of things to go over with this drone. They say you'll get about a 14-minute flight, but I'm guessing it's going to be closer to 8 or 9 minutes today just because it's so cold out. We're looking at single digits out there today for Fahrenheit, so like 9 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Crazy cold. The monitor has its own rechargeable battery that you charge with an included USB charger down here on the back of the drone underneath one of these little rubber protectors. You plug in there, and the transmitter itself needs 6 AA batteries so you can turn the transmitter on. Again,
I love that they separated the two.
Me too.
That's pretty cool.
I'm a huge fan of that. I haven't used this yet, but it does already show our monitor being at half battery, so that's a little disappointing.
We just charged it
last night, full charge, yeah.
Wow.
Here's the USB cord for the transmitter monitor to charge that up. And here is the charger for the battery, the proprietary battery. It does just charge through a balance port, but you can see it has these two metal prongs that line up with the drone. Very unique. I mean, I've seen it before, but it's not a universal size or anything. And then we had to get a little converter to pop onto that because it does come European, so keep that in mind. Comes with prop guards. These feel very cheap and flimsy. You can tell just by the way I'm holding it.
I don't think that would do much.
I don't think so either. I'm not
If
going
anything, that's just going to help break your prop.
Probably. I'm not even going to waste my time with those. They feel very cheap, and a lot of times we avoid prop guards anyway, just because you and I have flown a little bit more. And then we have 4 spare props in this bag, and a screwdriver and a few small spare screws. So you get a lot in here. It's around $250. We actually got ours on sale for around $200. We'll have a link in the description box below if you want to check it out. Look for our coupon codes in our description box too, because that's going to help you save money. And I think the moment of truth is just going to be in a second when we go fly this for you guys. All right, this actually says drone on first.
So you press and hold that.
Press and hold, then we turn the transmitter on, and it all turns on, the monitor and everything. And then to calibrate the compass, you have to push the right stick up and to the right and the left stick down and to the left, and the lights should change. Yep, now they're blinking fast. So I will do a normal.
Clockwise 3 rotations, it says.
1. They've changed blinking already, but we'll do 3. 2.
Then nose down and 3 clockwise rotations.
I should be able to set it back down. Good to go. I want to press video. It should be filming. I have a little indicator on my screen. And now both sticks down and in should start the motors, and we have an auto takeoff. So let's maybe have to hold it. There we go. And it's doing this all on its own. There is a good bit of wind. I'll let it kind of balance out here.
I'm good.
Oh, that's good. And we have decent video quality. What I want to do is fly up to this windsock so you guys can see the amount of wind we're getting. The windsock itself is actually kind of broken, but it still should show you that we got some wind going. It's pretty cold out. All right, let's fly around a little bit and test these features out. Let's see how it looks when it's actually moving around. I'm just slowly pushing forward right now. And my video signal is a little staticky. The battery indicator on my screen says that I have 1 bar left. So I imagine that is not gonna last very long. Let's go and fly up some.
And this said fully charged last night.
It said fully charged. I just charged it last night and I didn't even turn it on at the house or anything. Okay, so I'm gonna face us now. And I've got a lot of static going on. You see, Abby?
They should be able to see that too,
probably
right?
not usable.
It should be saving to that SD card
so.
on the monitor and the SD card on the drone. So
Yeah.
2 different video files.
Pretty much unusable. We should be able to aim the camera up and down.
We were thinking that we would be able to use some FPV
Look at that.
goggles.
I'm
but
going
that
to.
signal is not good.
I think it's probably the receiver on here. So look, I've aimed the camera down. I have not moved the drone. It's drifting a hair on its own though.
Does it say like satellites link? How many satellites is connected?
It doesn't say that. It does say
Sunroof?
GPS on my screen, but it doesn't say a number. So I'm actually controlling the camera tilt with the roll of that knob. It's drifting, which is very disappointing because a GPS drone should not drift at all. I haven't done that.
You have it on top of us, Nathan.
I know, I'm just
Stop.
kind of showing everyone how far it's drifted on its own.
That's the way the wind is blowing, too.
Yeah. Still, a GPS drone shouldn't drift like that. A little disappointing. I do like the camera tilt. That's really nice. I'm using it. It's working. I've got a lot of static. So what I'm going to do is put on my goggles and see if that clears up. See if it's the receiver.
I doubt it'll clear it up.
We'll see.
So Nate, right now, my lens is probably too close up. He has the transmitter sitting on the table right there, and he is working on getting his goggles on.
Okay.
And
I actually have really good signal right now.
the drone is up there. Nate says his signal in the goggles is good.
Very usable. Let's see.
Where are you going?
I was going to step up there for you, but
Just come over here.
yeah, it's very usable. So this is way better with my goggles. These are like $50 goggles. I have a live feed and I can control my camera. It's all the way up, so I'll just pitch it down.
It's too bad you don't wear DVR goggles.
I
We
know.
can show them the difference.
It's crystal clear. There's no static. There's a lot of jello though.
But the DVR on the transmitter is ridiculous.
It's unusable. At least the receiver is. Now I hit a patch of static there, but I want to fly out and just test the range of hair. I want to go out to the end of the airfield because I am comfortable flying out there and Abby's spotting for me. So I'm FPV only with these goggles, but that's the beauty of it. I still have crystal clear signal. Okay, I'm hitting a little static now, and I've lost my signal. Okay, it's back. So I would say the edge of the field there.
So return to home.
Well, yeah, lost my FPV signal, but I still have line of sight. So let's, because of the range, let's test return to home. I'll just go ahead and hold the button. And it looks like it's landing. No, it's flying back. Look at it go. I've got my signal back. It's flying fast. Very fast.
Let's see how close it is to takeoff, because I'm like standing in the takeoff spot.
It looks like it's going to overshoot. That was really fast.
That was fast.
Very fast.
Is it going to kill me?
No, it's over some.
So Nate's not touching the transmitter right now.
No, haven't touched anything.
It's all on its own.
It's pretty close to home. I'd say maybe like 3 to, maybe more like 5 or 6 feet off. I took off on the sidewalk.
It's more than
maybe
that.
Like 10 feet. It's
like
gonna hit the shrubs,
15
isn't
or
it?
20 feet.
I gotta stop it.
But still, it works in case of an emergency.
Yeah. Okay, good landing. That wasn't sloppy or anything, so good job for the drone.
So hit the return to home button again.
Yeah, so it stops beeping.
There.
And now, do you want to fly it?
Yes.
Test the circle me and stuff features?
Yes.
Okay, so let me get my hat back. Down and in to start the motors.
Starts the motor.
You should still be filming.
And then you hit the up button.
Yeah, you hold it. You have to hold it.
Hold the up button.
There's its auto takeoff. And you're in the air. There you go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice punch. Yeah,
Auto
good.
land.
Okay. Help it steer down. You might have to go with the wind and stuff.
Oh man.
Slow down the toilet bowl.
Not like that.
Mm-mm. Help it out some.
I'm trying. Doesn't like
So it lands smooth. Okay, good job.
Alright.
Auto land was good. Now we have a circle me.
Stop the motors or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I just started them. Up and away.
Okay.
Okay. I am gonna go try circle.
Okay.
Are the lights supposed to be blinking?
I can't remember, to be honest.
It still says it's recording.
Good. Get out there and test circle me before the battery runs down. Point it at you, and remember the knob controls the camera on the right side. She's going to test circle me. We're going to see how it works. Guys, it's super cold. It's very cold. So Abby's standing out in the field. I imagine she's pressed circle me, which is marked as headless mode. Are you doing follow me or circle me? Which button did you press? That should be circle me. Excuse me. Very cold. I don't think it's doing much. I think it's just following you. Maybe. It's moving toward you a little bit. It's pretty slow. Are you doing that? Okay, well, it's doing something. Abby is now running across the field. Well, she was. I'd say that feature doesn't want to work. It's kind of going crazy now. I just don't know if that's Abby or what. She's out there, so. It flies well. Flies really well. Good day to fly, except for the extreme cold. She said this is supposed to be circle, and it's just kind of sitting there, just toilet bowling a little bit. Why don't you come back? Tell us what you were testing, because I don't know what to tell them. It's not really doing anything.
No, double check the buttons.
That's what it said. We thoroughly looked at the instructions, and look at it. Abby's hands free now, and you can tell it's drifting off a bit on its own.
Okay, I got the buttons mixed up, I think.
Okay.
Okay, but
They didn't do anything for either one, though.
The circling one didn't do anything, but
Yeah.
when I hit the follow me button, it started to toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Tell what way it's there we go. This FPV signal is junk.
It is horrible. I think it's the antenna on the transmitter.
I just hit the
receiver.
follow me.
You hit follow me now?
Yep.
And it's shot up like that?
Yep.
Okay, go walk out on the field and see. So she's going out in the field and it is following her. It's actually doing a good job. I think she was just hitting the wrong button. Hopefully the footage looks okay. She's out there and it looks like it's tracking her pretty well. It's actually tracking the transmitter. She's out there running around now. They call that like a dual GPS drone. I don't know if that's going to catch on or what, but we think that there's like a GPS tracking there's like a little GPS in the actual transmitter too, so that it can track it. So
So the follow me works.
yeah, clearly.
But it toilet bowls a lot.
Yeah.
Turn that off. But the headless, it says headless mode on the transmitter.
Well, how about
But it's supposed to be circle me / fixed point circle me.
how about you hit the headless mode and see if it functions as headless mode?
Okay.
Maybe now fly it as headless mode. Rotate it. Is it
Nope.
fly? Okay, it's flying normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
If any way
Yeah.
it's facing forward,
Okay.
it should be forward.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's just not doing anything.
Okay. All right, so that mode just doesn't work. I wouldn't get too fixated on that mode,
No,
Abby.
it
I know
just
you're trying to get it
doesn't
to work, but
It does not do anything.
Okay,
So
so-
no like waypoints or circle me or anything like that.
Well, fly it around and just see what you think. Because I had my
fly.
phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
I don't know what it's
It's
doing.
returning to home. It's flying up on its own. It's coming back.
Holy moly, that's fast.
Yeah, I can't help it come down and get ready to hit the film button. It came back really fast. Hold the film button so it saves. Top left. Just hold it for like 3 seconds. Okay. So it's returning to home. This camera's been going for about 12 minutes. I'd say we had a couple minutes of setup. And that's probably about a 9-minute flight time, roughly.
My fingers hurt.
Okay. Well, the flight time wasn't disappointing at all, especially considering how cold it is outside. I'm okay with about a 9-minute flight time on something like this. Our DJI Spark would fly about 9 or 10 minutes, so I'm not too disappointed with that. I am disappointed very much in the included FPV signal quality on this transmitter. Could have just been mine with maybe a bad antenna or something, but when I put my goggles on, it was crystal clear. Those are about $50 or $60 goggles, and so that upgrade alone made a huge difference in this. Although, you know, this whole unit could be cheaper if they didn't have the receiver on here. I just wish that worked a little bit better. This model is getting dated now, but we've seen things like the Hubsan H501S, I think that's the name of it. It's relatively the same price and does everything that this does without the camera tilt control. And it's just way better. We have reviewed that on our channel and most of you guys have probably seen it by now. Most of the functions work pretty well on this. I can't really complain about it. It worked. If you have one of these, you got a decent drone. I just think there's a little bit better for your money out there, like the Hubsan drone. And it's about the same price.
Yeah.
So
We'll have that linked below and carded in the video and probably in screen for you, so check that out.
We'll link it up. Again, this is not the worst thing we've ever featured, but it's not the best either. I just think they could probably do a little bit better. We'll have a link down there if you want to check it out anyway. If you got this for like 150 bucks or something, I'd say it was a whole run. Brushless motors, pretty long flight time, GPS, FPV included. It's not bad. For $250, maybe just a little bit expensive. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys in the next video.
Bye!